Hey, coach, when we talk about greatness football, how would you describe Richmond Webb and the standard he set at left tackle?
Well, the very quick, he has size, he has athletic ability, which means that he can move, had strength, and most of all, he had great feet. And I had the pleasure of coaching two defensive linemen, Richmond Webb and one at Pittsburgh, and that ended up, he's in the Hall of Fame, played at Chicago, but Richmond had the opportunity to excel as an offensive lineman in college, which he did, drafted in the first round with the Miami Dolphins, but also had another connection because I recruited and coached Dan Marino at Pittsburgh. And Richmond became his protector, a left tackle, which protects the quarterback's backside. But Richmond Webb helped Danny to become a Pro Bowler and also a Hall of Famer at Miami.
How significant were his battle with Bruce Smith, and what do they represent in terms of his legacy?
Now, during practice at Miami, even in college, Richmond had to go against two defensive linemen, two defensive ends that were great, John Roper and Aaron Wallace. And so in college, he went against the best. And in Pro Bowl, going against Bruce Smith, not many offensive tackles in Pro Bowl ever can say, I held my own against Bruce Smith, which Richmond did.
Some might think you're praising him only because you coach him. What would you say to these people?
Well, I was honored to coach Richmond. I was honored to coach a lot of guys. But there's certain things that you're looking at a player and say he was such a great teammate, which Richmond was. All the players respected, all the players loved him, all the players gravitated to him. And Richmond is not a boisterous person, but when Richmond talked, all his teammates listened. And same thing in Pro Bowl. You hear stories from Danny Marino and Hugh Green and other players that I had the opportunity to coach. They said the same thing. So it goes back to Richmond's upbringing. His mother and father raised him really well.
If you have a message to all of Fame voters about Richmond Webb, what would it be?
Well, Richmond Webb deserves to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. The length of time that he had in the NFL, the length of time he had playing and protecting Dan Marino during the glory years of Miami. Richmond certainly deserves to be in the Hall of Fame with the other great offensive linemen.